So hello everyone, welcome to a Geekenstein just regular live stream. I decided to stream out some Binding of Isaac and Dylan's here to keep me company.
I don't know what this game is.
Do you really not know what this game is?
It's like a roguelike or something.
Yeah, it's a
roguelike. It
roguelike.
was right on the cusp of the roguelike wave that hit the gaming industry.
Yeah, but it was one of the first.
Right. I mean, that's what being on the cusp of that wave would be.
It was the second game from the main guy and the team that did Super Meat Boy.
Alright, that much I know.
And
I remember being really disappointed because I was like, man, that means it's gonna be a while till we get another Meat Boy.
Oh yeah, see, I like this way better than Meat Boy. So this is like it's
I just want. All I want is Meat Boy on like either my Vita or my PS3, just so I can actually play it.
Is it not on the Vita?
It's not on the Vita. It's surprising.
Did it only? Was it only released on consoles on Xbox?
Yeah. I think we're going to bring it to the Wii. We never did. I have to choose a tab to shut and close so I can find it on Google. I'm just gonna open another one. I'm not gonna shut
why would
one.
you clone the tab? Just open into one.
I don't like having more than 5 tabs.
That's a nice strategy.
I tend to find if I have more than that, I am not keeping my stuff in check. But how can I close MS Paint adventures or an Imgur image of someone on Facebook telling people how to treat a lady?
I don't know, man.
I can't. That's how.
Damn it. Okay, so Binding of Isaac is it's a roguelike, with like map and layout design inspired by the old Zelda games, and also partly a bullet hell shooter. Edmund McMillen, the main creative force behind this, wanted to make the original Binding of Isaac more of a bullet hell shooter than it actually was, which Rebirth is, but he couldn't because the Binding of Isaac was made on Flash. So like the
right, like the Team Beat dudes are like real old school indie devs. Like they were putting out Newgrounds stuff before they became a full-on studio, and it just happens to line up with the indie wave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they released their like collection of Flash games as a game on Steam called the Basement Collection.
Did they make are they the ones who made Alien Hominid?
No, that's the Behemoth. But they made
right. They're the other big one.
They made something that was super popular though.
Castle Crashers.
No, I'm talking about Team Meat. They did some Flash, like they did a Flash game I knew of.
I mean, they did the original Meat Boy.
Oh, I didn't realize Meat Boy was a game.
Yeah, it was a really hard to do one because that game is designed for controller support, and you don't have the fidelity of movement you need with a keyboard. Because keyboards don't have analog controls.
They do not. So this is a game I don't play with analog controls. Because Isaac's tears only fire in 4 directions. So I use the D-pad on the PS4 controller or the Vita and the base buttons.
I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to, like, even if a game is designed that way, I've never been able to, like, just use the face buttons or just use the D-pad. I tried to play AIDS Exodus a couple years back, and I couldn't because there was no analog support for it.
Oh shit.
And, you know, you don't need it because the game didn't originally have it. But it's just, I'm uncomfortable without it. That's why I'm happy that on the 3DS, DS games just use the circle pad, and it just like acts as a, like only having 4 directions.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out the controls there. Like I said, I've been playing this almost always on Vita. So, where was I? Yeah, but so the Binding of Isaac, it was made in Flash, so like it had really bad slowdown problems.
Right.
The flash memory couldn't take it. And like now the Rebirth has a stop and continue feature, like I can quit out of the game and then come back and it'll still be it'll pick up right where I left off, and that wasn't in the original one, but Edmund McMillen said like he wanted to do that, but literally you couldn't do it in the Flash engine.
Right. I looked up, Super Meat Boy isn't on any Sony platform, and TV's given reason is that they did send it to Sony, they just never got back to him about it. So there's apparently a playable version of Super Meat Boy on PS3.
Really?
And they just never got back to him for it. Although you have to remember, back when Meat Boy came out, or when it was in development at least, this is before Kickstarter and all that, when like you could really gauge interest in a small project very easily. I'm very surprised that they have not jumped on the Vita train that just ported it, because I can't imagine it would be super hard. But I'm also surprised Transistor isn't on the Vita.
Yeah, why isn't Transistor on the Vita?
Because Super Giant Games hates me.
Yeah, they do.
I did buy Bastion though. I bought it on my awful PC that can barely run it.
Shit. Doing my button wrong. I just wasted a bomb.
Man, Bastion's a great game.
I never finished it.
Oh, it's amazing. The end song is probably my favorite video game song ever.
Wait, did I fight this boss yet? Fuck! So, the Binding of Isaac's story, which we did not open with, is, Isaac's mother is, like, super crazy religious, and watches religious TV all day, and prays every night, and she, like, basically hallucinates and thinks she hears the voice of God telling her to sacrifice Isaac. So she puts him in the basement, where there's, like, these weird, his brothers and sisters are, which are these weird, fucked up creatures. And so you're just trying to escape.
Right. Isn't that why this game, the 3DS version, got rejected?
Yeah, because, I mean, if you saw...
It's technically about child numbers.
Yeah, that secret room I found is a one of the religious, like the heaven rooms, the angel rooms. And it gave me a soul heart, which is that white heart you see on the end of my health bar.
Right.
That when I finish this level, it'll level up it'll add another health on to the end of my another heart. So then you can see that the gray hearts are like armor. They go they don't recharge. And then I didn't find it there. I'll try really hard to get to it on this level. But if you like beat the bosses without taking damage, you can open up a devil room where Satan is, or not Satan. I can't remember what they call the demon that you make deals with. Because Satan is one of the bosses. But you sacrifice your health, your hearts, and its special abilities and shit. And that's awesome, and I love doing that.
Right. It can't be the religious aspect, because there's a bunch of Shin Megami Tensei games on the 3DS.
That's what Nintendo said.
I would assume it's because Isaac is like, what, 2?
I don't know. It might be because of the religious, like it's specifically like a Christian, like, this is literally...
You like fight God. PS Maybe one of them, there's literally a character called Messiah that's supposed to be Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Also, I just think this game looks like it would suck to play on 3DS because the screen is tiny.
I mean, I would say it's nice to have it portable, but I do. It's on my Vita, and it's fucking awesome there.
Right, I mean, the Vita is really where this stuff kind of shines, because that screen is really it's got some real good definition to it, and like control-wise, it has everything a normal controller does. And it's apparently not super hard to develop for, because everyone and their mom is putting their stuff on it now. Except for Supergiant, not them.
So, as you can see, what I'm doing there when I lay those bombs are there are secret rooms hidden throughout. Before I had the special, I used a pill that it's called I See Forever, and it lets you see the secret rooms, but I don't have that right now. So you use a bomb, and they're generally connected by as many rooms as possible, so you just kind of look. And my health is not great. And there's just... Okay.
Alright, I'm starting to see, because I remember when this game was new, I saw the word Zelda being thrown around a lot. And I wasn't sure if that was just because it came out before the roguelike craze, so there wasn't much to compare it to. But I'm starting to see those elements a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, the Zelda stuff makes sense. It's just because the dungeon structure... but that's it. It's just the way that the levels are set up, and and the keys and bombs, and otherwise it's a bullet hell shooter and a roguelike all mixed into one.
Did Team Meat like officially cancel their other game?
Eugenics? No, it's still in development.
I remember like someone was talking about how like they had played the beta version of it and it sucked.
Oh really?
Like it's not very fun, and it sounded like they had foregone development on it for that Meat Boy game. Super Meat Boy Forever.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were making the other Super Meat Boy game. I don't know, dude. Team Meat, I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. So at first I didn't think I was gonna like Rebirth's art when they announced it, because I really like the original art style. I mean, it's super disgusting, and I don't really like looking at it, but it's really cleverly done. But then, like, the way it's, like, subtly pixelated, like, it looks really fucking good. This is a really good-looking game. It oozes style.
Oh, okay, I see it more.
Are there any other cliched phrases I can use? Okay, so these are new to this, or at least they're new. I'm not aware of them in a different version of the game. Those black hearts I just picked up are special devil hearts that when they drain, they damage all the enemies on screen. Which means I can't get that key. I can't get this tarot card. Or that chest. I could, but it'd be wasting these hearts, and these hearts are useful. So, let's go to the next floor. But as you can see, as it gets... Unlike some of the other roguelikes, like Rogue Legacy and stuff, nothing carries over. This is like you start off completely new each time.
Okay, so it's a more traditional roguelike.
Yeah, but as you progress and unlock stuff, like you saw, it said Monstros 2 disappeared in the basement. That means you unlock the abilities for items that start appearing for you to use.
Okay. I really hate, like, the culture around, like, old school roguelikes.
Why?
It's such an obnoxious one. Like, I don't like pulling that card of, like... You know, usually when someone comes in and starts messing with, like, the way things are done, I'm usually on the side of the people who are like, you shouldn't go into other people's, like, hobby and mess with it. But like... The definition of roguelike is shifting to be a lot more... broader. And there are people
that are upset when anything challenges it.
Yeah, like they're upset like the idea at like simpler roguelikes or not as or like more forgiving ones. And then they like it's like the video game equivalent of like Metal things of like no, it's not real metal, it's only like I don't know, tech metal or like emo core or something like that. And there's no clear definition for what any of it is. And at one point, you can just say, like, this is just a version of these things that you don't care for. It doesn't have to be that it's in a totally different thing.
Yay, I can see forever, Dylan!
Also, you have a little robot guy, and that's pretty great.
Yeah, I got a...
It's even in this, laser weapons still make me a little giddy.
I got a lot of shit, this is great. So the way Binding of Isaac works is you have upgrades, which you can see, like here, let me show you my stats. You have speed in the top left, then going down, shot speed, damage, range, I'm not entirely sure what the other one is, and then your holiness. But, so you get upgrades that can increase your health, make your shot speed better, give you little helpers like you can see that I have. I don't know if we should go in the arcade yet. Let's look around some more. And then you have, oh, I didn't use this pill yet. God damn it.
And then, like, upon death, you lose all of that?
Yeah. But then you have pills, or you can hold a pill or a tarot card, each which do different things. I don't think the pills necessarily have any downsides. That bastard. He just took that money.
Okay, so like the idea is you don't keep any of this stuff, but you have the ability for it to spawn happens earlier.
Well, no. Those are like the shit I pick up. I use in this round, but I don't. There are no unlocks round to round. Once you die, you start over again. But
okay.
you unlock the ability to spawn new things in the basement. I don't want to use the fucking fortune telling machine. But, so like that tarot card I think makes me stronger. I'll use it on the boss fight. The pills have downsides too, which really fucking sucks. Especially when you pick one up thinking it's one thing and use it and don't pay attention and it's actually something completely different. And you fuck yourself over. I've done that multiple times. See, what's this mushroom do? Oh, and then there's also trinkets, which you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I got like the little coin purse looking thing. Those do different things, and I couldn't. Each one kind of does something different, so I couldn't necessarily tell you what they are. I honestly don't know myself. I played a lot of the first Binding of Isaac, and by a lot of them, probably 20 or 30 hours of it. Which is a lot of time, but for a game like this, it's really... See, fuck! I just used that pill and it made my speed go down.
What's the positive to that one?
Nothing. It's...
Alright, so sometimes it's not like a trade-off, like...
Pills change every game, their colors and like what they are, but and they're always question until you use them. But then if you were to pick up another one of those pills, you would know what it is. So like, I will not get another speed down, or I will not use another speed down pill, because I'll know what it is.
But then like, when you die, they like shuffle,
go back,
so you're right back. Alright, so it's not just like, oh, you accumulate so much knowledge between games that you become better just that way.
But you can't, like the tarot cards, like, I don't know what they all do just because I'm an idiot and I don't remember.
Right. Well,
God, fuck you, pill bottle. Give me a fucking speed down pill. I don't want that shit. Oh, look here. This took me to one of the devil room dealies. What is that? These I am actually learning. I actually don't want either of these, because the one on the right that takes 2 hearts is Brimstone, which basically gives me the I'm charging my laser ability. I'm not very good at it. And then I would take Guppy, the cat, which gives you 9 lives but reduces your health to 1. And I would normally take him, except I have no soul hearts, the armor gray ones, and I'm at fucking 7 hearts, and I don't want to lose all of those. But I will take this. That's Isaac's cat.
Right. Oh, it's Isaac's cat?
Yeah, Guppy is Isaac's cat.
I remember like reading an interview with the Team Meat guy, the whatever his name is,
Edmund
about how
McMillen.
Ed McMillen, yeah, about how like eugenics originated because of his family cat, and then it died during development, and he put in an ability for the cat based on his actual cat into the game.
Really?
And I heard that he had done like this same for Binding of Isaac or something.
But yeah, because I assume that Guppy's supposed to be Isaac's cat. I guess they don't ever explicitly say it, or if they do, I'm not sure. But like I picked up Guppy's tail or collar there, which gives me a 50% chance of coming back after I die. So you know, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think the collar is explicitly the item. Oh no, I'll look it up while I wait for the stream to load back up.
Did it shit out on you?
Yeah, shit out on me during the entire time.
No.
I have no clue what anything you've said for the last 10 minutes is, other than what I think they might look like.
God damn it. Okay, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's Isaac's pet cat, apparently.
Little chubby.
Also, apparently, if you find enough of his stuff, you become him.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Once transformed, Isaac will gain flight and an enhanced version of the mulligan, which always spawns attack flies when his or his familiar steers strike near.
Yeah, this game's it's really fucking complicated because there's a lot of items that all do different things. Okay, time to
Ed McMillen's real life cat. It passed away at the age of 12.
Pardon me while I see.
That's kind of
Damn it!
I should probably stop looking at images of people being nice guys and trying to win women over to see if that'll make the stream load a little quicker.
You think?
But at what cost?
Nothing, really. It just sounds like a bad idea what you're doing.
Wow, this was like 10 fucking pages of a dude texting some chick. And she has one response in the entire thing.
And is he like posting at this thing like, look how fucked up this is?
Kind of.
I don't understand how...
not. I'm in a subreddit of people posting instances of people trying to be nice guys that they've come across.
I don't know what that. I don't even know what that means. I don't understand any of that. That's all bullshit.
I mean, it could be as basic as like someone in your Facebook feed is having a conversation and it's real creepy.
Oh, it's like being a nice guy being fucking creepy.
Yeah, like the people who like say they're nice guys.
Okay.
That's what this subreddit is dedicated to. And it's great. Most of my subreddits are along this line of like.
Most of your subreddits are looking at how fucked up humanity is.
Kind of, yeah.
Nice.
That and Naruto. Although that one's gonna die down soon.
Well, at least your subreddits are anime bullshit and the like weird people that like it. Like, I don't mean to insult like anime fans or anything, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, yeah.
There's like those types of people that they don't understand what social interaction is and all that. Not us. Not. The internet is killing humanity, I think.
I don't think it's killing humanity. I just think it's showing us what we really are.
And it's not good.
And like, I feel like how many people, like, if the internet wasn't around, these people would still do this.
Yeah,
now that it gives us a venue to say, wow, look how pathetic this is, it might keep a handful of people from doing it.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know.
So the net gain is positive.
I don't know. I actually read a really fucking good article on Vox today. Did you read the Gamergate article they wrote?
On Fox?
Vox.
Vox. No.
I don't want to talk about get into Gamergate really, but the article was saying that basically, shit, I'm hitting all of the wrong buttons here. Basically saying that the Gamergate thing, like why it is what it is and why it's not going to go away and how there's going to be more quote-unquote Gamergates are because it's a political thing now.
Right.
Like people treat like people take sides and they don't listen to anything the other side's having to say because they have their opinion of the other side. The end, you know?
Yeah.
And it was really...
In the Gamergate subreddit, someone pointed out this is not the first time this has happened. This happened 2 years ago with DoritoGate. And it was about the exact same thing. It just, instead of sexism being the catalyst, it was Jeff Keighley looking like an idiot in front of a bag of Doritos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I love that picture. And even then, like, this isn't anything new. Like, the way the video game industry works, or at least the journalistic industry, is, like, you ask people, and they'll tell you, like, there are many game journalists who said, yeah, the way this functions, if you don't know any of the people in it, you would say it's really corrupt. Because, you know, you got... it's so oversaturated.
Why can't I pick this up?
Just so many people making video game content all the time that you really have to be the first person if you want to get any notoriety. So you're going to do whatever the publishers want you to do to be that first person. And then at that point, you're working on their terms, and ethically, you're being compromised there. Yeah. If you don't, you'll be out of the job.
See, this is the bullshit thing about the whole game. I'm not gonna for or against. It's bullshit that there are people who are wanting to have these ethical conversations, and the journalists are saying, like, "What are you talking about? Like, you were just harassing people. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to make this about ethics." When there are people who aren't doing anything wrong that are honestly, like, raising ethical concerns, and they're just being shut down. Whereas there are also people using the Gamergate movement, which did start, like, I don't give a fuck what people say, it did start as a harassment campaign. I mean, it started because of Zoe Quinn's ex-boyfriend being a shitlord.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that depends on whether or not you consider that harassment.
That's her.
I mean, what he said... Well, what he said was, he said very clearly, Zoe Quinn is really underhanded, and she cheated on me with people in her industry, and then there are certainly people who latched onto that, like, wow, this woman is so horrible, let's harass her.
But he didn't write it like that. Like, that was a very small part of that whole article. Like, it was all about how I hate this person, she was fucking awful, she cheated, like, you know... It was an ex airing dirty laundry.
Well, yeah.
And like the doing it with people in her industry and all that was like 2 sentences of like 20 pages. So, but it did. And because there are fucking a bunch of assholes on the internet using the Gamergate thing as a platform to continue to harass people, now that's all it's about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So exactly, it's a political thing. There are valid points on both fucking sides. But no one's gonna listen to the other one because of one small point they've latched onto and refused to do anything else but that about.
Yeah. If it ever dies out, it'll just happen again. Because, like I said, DoritoGate is a thing, and I feel like every day in the Gamergate subreddit, someone posts an article from like in 2002 or like 2003 or even before that about like how the games industry needs to change because it's about to fall apart. Really? The crazy thing is, though, with Gamergate at least, there are like IGN is really forthcoming now. Like, very surprising. Like, the reaction to it has been IGN is supposed to be like the shittiest game site out there, but they're very clear with like this is the circumstances under which this game was reviewed. They're not great circumstances, so we're going to wait until we have a more common circumstance to review the game, to give a better impression of it. Like that Call of Duty event that everyone who who wanted a pre-release.
Review copy had to.
They all had to go to this Activision event and play it there.
Which makes sense for multiplayer, honestly.
But like, it's something that like, if I'm a normal consumer, I don't get that. I have to play on my own internet connection, and like, you could argue even that like, playing on like corporate level internet is kind of cheating in the same sense. But like, if I take Call of Duty home, I'm not going to get the same experience they got. I mean, ideally, instead of being in solidarity against Gamergate, the journalists would be in solidarity against Activision, and they would tell people, "This is what Activision wanted us to do. We're not going to do that because we have integrity."
Yeah. Oh, I want to say a side note. So in these shops, they added a new feature in Rebirth where there's a donation machine where you upgrade your shop by donating, and that actually continues round by round.
That's neat. I like stuff like that. I like the concept of roguelikes a lot. I just don't ever get to play them.
Yeah, I love them too, but it's usually really hard to play them or hard to find time. Or like usually the good thing is like I'll usually play them when they come out, when everyone's like initial buzz happens on the PC.
Right.
And then when they get really fucking popular is when they release on every other platform. And I'm all of a sudden I've been since then I've gotten busy. I don't have time to go back and play a game I've already played.
Yeah.
It's just there was something I wanted to check out, The Binding of Isaac, because unlike say something like Rogue Legacy, which I played the fuck out of. Like I didn't finish fully upgrading my guy, but I almost got there. And but when it came out on Vita, it was like I don't, as much as I'd love to go back and play that, I just don't have time. So I don't know what it is about The Binding of Isaac. God damn it!
I guess that's kind of one positive of not being able to run games on your computer.
This is bullshit.
You're not plugged into everything, but you kind of get the best versions of them. Like, I didn't play Hotline Miami until like 2 years after it came out, and I played it on the Vita, which is my TV is not very good, so that's the best situation I could have played that game in. And then Hyper Light Drifter comes out in a couple months.
That it does.
I'm so excited for Hyper Light Drifter. Looks great. It's a little weird that sometimes Isaac returns to like his basic model.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, like, there's just so many variants that you can't really, expect them to animate everyone individually, but, you know.
Well, at a certain point, you can't really combine stuff anymore, you know? You have to pick one over the other.
I think it's Ubisoft has, like, this really flexible engine that, lets them, make really effective like art games very easily.
Yeah, UbiArt.
Yeah, like the way they implement the art makes it like really easy to develop for, and like animation costs is why 2D games don't really get made anymore. Or if they do, they're like polygons, or someone's like passion project like Rain World.
Yeah, but yeah, UbiArt's what Rayman Origins, not the sequel, but just the first one. And Valiant Hearts, and that RPG.
Child of Light.
That.
Yeah, it's neat.
I'm gonna fucking die, man.
Probably, yeah. You know, and it sucks because I really love pixel art, even though it's kind of been it's getting used to death. But Rain World looks so great. Have you seen Rain World?
No.
It's the game with the slug cats.
I don't know what that means.
It's weird. It's this game about you're like on an alien civilization after the apocalypse has happened, and you're an animal and you have to survive by gathering food and running from predators. And it's this 2D pixel art game, and it's probably the most gorgeous pixel art game I've ever seen. It's like, it looks like Another World. That one,
Oh my god, really?
it's like that level of fluidity.
That's all you had to fucking say to me, man.
The one thing I don't like about indie games is I feel like a lot of the time indie devs tend to forget they have a public that's interested in when the game is finished.
Oh.
And I don't mind, like, not having it, like, the next month or whatever. Like, that'd be kind of ridiculous. I just, you know, I'd like a note that says, like, hey, we're shooting for this time frame, or this is what's happening with the game, rather than radio silence until it's released.
Or you could be like Scott Cawthorn and just release fucking Five Nights at Freddy's stealthily.
Right, I was gonna bring that up.
On the goddamn night.
The Five Nights at Freddy's guy did it perfectly. Like, he put out a teaser, and then a couple weeks later he put out a trailer for it, and then a couple weeks after that he gave a demo to some people, and then he put the game out. And he did it in an orderly fashion. Yeah, I'm trying to find a release date for Slug World, or Rain World. Let's just call it Slug Cat. It's that and Hyperlight Drifter are why I'm happy this whole Kickstarter thing has happened.
Were you not happy about Kickstarter before?
I mean, I was indifferent to it. Like, I didn't really play anything that came on through it. I played that Double Fine game, and that was okay.
It was so good. Fuck you. Beautiful.
It's okay. It's just, you know, I
don't know. I also fucking love point-click adventure games. Way more than you do, so.
I guess it just didn't feel like
No! You asshole! That is not what I wanted.
I mean, I guess it is a point-and-click game. It just felt like it didn't feel like I'm having an effect. Like, I didn't feel like I was actually solving anything so much as I was being taken through a story.
I guess.
And then, like, they set up all the conflicts, and then the way that first half of the game ends, like, the characters who are responsible for the conflicts will not be the ones to fix them. If they're fixed at all.
Yeah, that ending was beautiful, I thought. Like, if you're gonna do a cliffhanger, that's how you do it. They did it right. I really like that game. I'm gonna pick up the Soul Heart. I'm not gonna it's gonna be the first thing that goes away, because, we're on the final level of the first round of Binding of Isaac, and I gotta go fight Mom.
How many rounds are there?
Well, this is the last level. Yep, it's already... Oh, I didn't even fucking make it to Mom, it's already gone. I have the original fucking starting health, okay. Fuck! God, I didn't even see what hit me. God damn it. I was so close. Okay, let's try this again.
No, it's weird that she has like an actual voice.
Don't you have this game? Don't you have PlayStation Plus?
No, I had it for a little bit, and then it like ran out. Like, I only got it for like a couple months at a time.
You need to get it again.
Probably.
So worth it.
I was gonna do it because I was like, oh, I have whenever I got a PS4, but now that I'm not getting the PS4, I was like, well,
you'll get one eventually, and then you'll have all these games to play.
I mean, I still have a Vita, but you know, somewhere.
There's tons of good shit coming out on the Vita on PS Plus.
Yeah, sure.
This is on there. and it's totally worth it. So I think they're only asking $15 for this, and that's worth that. So are there 2 shops in this here? This one? What the fuck is going on? We are in fucking business now. Come on, god damn it! Got it.
I'm just looking for a release date on Hyperlight Drifter now. They put out a preview build of it on Steam a little bit ago.
Yeah, I remember that. So like how Spelunky has hell. Well, no, actually no. After you beat this the first time, you just unlock the second set of levels, which is the wound, where all the enemies do double their damage, and it's just and there aren't any shops or like treasure rooms. But then after, like Spelunky has hell. Right, yeah, that's the one that you have to do all the crazy stuff to get to. Binding of Isaac has Sheol, which is super hard to get to. Which I fucking made it to Sheol. I had a single heart left. And I was fighting the final, I was fighting Satan, the final boss. Or one of the final bosses. And I fucking died. Earlier today when I was playing on my Vita. It was fucking crazy and wonderful and just was like crystallized why I love this game so much.
Sheol?
Sheol.
Sheol.
S-H-E-O-L.
Ah.
It's in religion.
Yeah.
I don't remember why. I'm a bad ex-Catholic.
I don't know, man. The only thing worse than an ex-Catholic is a current Catholic.
Heyo, but I'm Tish. Don't priests molest children. Joke.
Let me look at my Nice Guys subreddit, see if I can pull up something about religion.
Oh, you want to hear something awesome?
Sure.
So, cause I know my girlfriend does not watch me live stream or watch the archives, which I'm cool with. We're going to New York City over Christmas time, like from the 26th to June 3rd, which is gonna be super awesome. So I'm taking her to because she does a lot of like theater stuff. I'm gonna take her to a bunch of Broadway plays, and we're gonna go see Book of Mormon, and I'm so fucking excited. I was thinking about South Park. I'm excited, dude. Book of Mormon's supposed to be so fucking good. And
I've
I
heard
know, yeah. In fact, they did an entire episode of South Park with an ad for the Book of Mormon in the corner because they won that no, that was from when South Park won the Emmy, and they kept putting the Emmy in the corner. And then that was the shit episode. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find this religion post. I'm on the second page and have not seen a single word on religion.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Most of the neckbeard subreddit, it's just words with the letter M in front of them.
What does that mean?
Because you know how like neckbeards always say "milady."
They do.
Yeah, like they try to be super like the stereotype of the neckbeard has like a fedora and he tries to be super.
Oh, because it's nice guy.
Yeah, super gentlemanly and like classy. So that he says "milady." So a lot of this is like whatever, like Pizza Hut or. I mean, that was. I think that kind of says it all.
Yeah, the internet's fucking stupid, Dylan, but it makes me laugh.
It is. That's where I found out that they're making a Dorito flavor in Mountain Dew.
Wait, they are?
Yeah.
That wasn't a joke.
No, it's a real thing.
I don't want to drink Doritos. I barely want to eat them.
It's Doritos and Mountain Dew are also a big facet of it. And when Call of Duty came out, there was a lot of posts of like Call of Duty next to like the Call of Duty Mountain Dew and the Call of Duty Doritos.
Yeah, but it was Halo that really started all that. Why isn't the Master Chief Collection got a big fucking Mountain Dew spawn? Didn't fucking Halo had? Oh no, it was Halo had a flavor of Mountain Dew and World of Warcraft had a flavor of Mountain Dew. Right. That's what it was.
You know, I think they're just
looking. Yeah, they were both disgusting.
No, I love them.
You like the gamer fuel?
Yeah, it's great. It's just it's just like the Code Red stuff and the Livewire stuff together.
It's so gross.
I love it. I love it. That's probably why it's like a specialty thing, because they have to use like mixings from both of them to do it.
Mixings.
I mean, you know, it's just like water, and then they pour in like.
I know, but to describe it as mixings, it's beautiful. A blue map has appeared in the basement. Take my money, you whore! And then shit like, and then for that donation machine, it will eventually at some point, yeah, it stops up like that, where you can't put any more coins in until you find another one. Which is neat.
Yeah, and I'm not finding one. I mean, the joke stopped being funny a long time ago, but still, at a point, I just need to prove
you just wanted to see it again.
You know, seeing all these roguelikes, and I've like been rereading Homestuck the last couple days, makes me really surprised no one had just made it as like a real game.
Damn it, do I want temporary invincibility or a hive fly?
Hive fly. I've never found temporary stuff to be worthwhile.
Yeah, hive flies are awesome. And look, it carries over, the hive flies carry over room to room, so I can just, and it's a one-room recharge, so I can just sit there and fucking use it constantly.
But,
I'm gonna be rolling in flies, man. Rolling in them.
Yeah, like, the game set up in Homestuck is basically just like a really weird,
version of The Sims. Right? It's like The Sims and, with like an actual, like it's half building. It's like
so the way it's set up is the idea is it's a co-op game only. You need to have at least 2 players, and the idea is like, let's say I'm player 1, you're player 2. you would be playing The Sims, I would be playing Diablo. So, like, you would be, like, deploying items and building up the base, and I would be fighting monsters to get you materials to do all that with. And then you can, like, combine items, and you climb up. There's, like, levels and abilities. And then the idea would be that in order to get you into the game, I would become your Sims player, and then you would play Diablo. And eventually we would have to, like, join into, like, the game. And we'd both be playing Diablo.
Weird.
And it's mechanically, like, it starts out super complex, and then, like, over time, just because he got tired of writing it, or, like, writing really complicated, like, stuff, the game began to become simpler. So, like, to start the game, you had to get Cruxite, which are these big crystals, and an alchemiter.
I remember that.
You had to go to a Doyle to carve like a shape out of the Cruxite, and then you take it to the alchemiter, and it'll make something. So, like, if you take an item and you put it in your inventory, you get a code. You can put that and then make a Doyle out of it, and then put it into the alchemiter. And it's super complicated. And as the story goes on, at one point, all that, you just put the card into the alchemiter and it just makes the item.
Because he got pissed off that he made something so complicated for him to write.
He just got, like, bored of writing it. And it's the idea that, like, a game whose mechanics become more streamlined as you have more to deal with. It's really interesting. Like, alright, let's just make the inventory management easier all of a sudden.
Well, okay, come on. The fucking stacks in the cards was hilarious. I remember that.
And then, like, at a certain point, like, the main character got, like, a new type of inventory that let him pick out anything from any point in his inventory. And then he was like, wow, this sucks. It's nowhere near as complicated as it should be. And he intentionally made it harder to use. So, like, the idea of, like... But basically, the basic idea of it is everything gets a random code, and then you can combine it with weapons, and then, like, alter stats, and then you could, like, retexture it, I guess, and, like, swap color schemes and stuff. And you wouldn't be able to do it to, like, the level of detail that the comic does it, but you could probably make that game pretty easily.
Nothing's easy.
Well, maybe not easily, but, like, there are playable segments of home stuff. Where, like, you control a character and fight monsters.
Isn't Fuckface who writes it, didn't he kickstart the Homestuck game, so he's actually making a for reals game?
Yeah, well, it's a Homestuck game, but it's not the game of Homestuck.
It's not, the Burbs, what's it called?
It's called S-Burb.
S-Burb.
Yeah, the actual game is a point-and-click game that takes place in the universe of Homestuck.
That sounds awesome too.
And it is
I
the
should
idea.
go back to get back into Homestuck because I really liked it. It's one of those things. Homestuck is like Nightmare Before Christmas, or
It's caught on with the worst people in the world.
yeah. No, I'm trying to think of another group where it's like I really like this thing, but I can't talk about it ever because I hate the people that like it.
Doctor Who.
That's not as bad because it was around before those people showed up, and it's. I mean, they're kind of left now that the Doctor's not a cute young guy anymore. It's an old dude. So
you mean I can actually watch it?
Yeah, dude, the new season's been really good, and it's.
I'll watch old guy Doctor Who.
You should just watch. You should just follow along with Lonely Gods with Kate and I.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
What's the Doctor's name? I know they get it's a big name, isn't it?
They never say.
Fucking let's call him Phil.
Phil.
Phil is like decrepit in his bed, and his nurse walks in, and she's like, "Phil, we need to call your doctor." Doctor Who? I don't have a doctor. Ugh. I used to be somebody. Women would dress up to be me because I was so great. I ran around with the redhead and a loser who was way cooler than I was.
Rory was awesome. Fuck Amy.
and then I slept with her daughter. I'm Phil. I made thousands of YouTube videos of me being awful at video games.
Now you're just talking about things no one should ever talk about.
The whole time, Doctor Who is Dark Side. That's what's the weird like doctor who's supposed to be like the 12th Doctor who comes back to like put the 5th one on trial?
Wait, what?
At one point, like the future Doctor comes back to put a past Doctor on trial. Like the Viscant or the Vagabond. That's Dark Side Phil.
Will you stop talking about Darkside Phil?
I can't. He's amazing.
He is not amazing.
His commitment and the inspiration he gives me is amazing. Sometimes when I'm doing badly at something, I will put his videos on and I will actively become better at them. That's not even a joke. I was playing Metal Gear Rising, trying to S-rank it. I wasn't doing any good, so I watched like the compilation of him being bad at Metal Gear Rising, and I S-ranked it immediately.
That's awesome.
It's the best. It's gotten to the point where I cannot wait for the compilations. I just watch his content as it comes out.
Jesus Christ, you've got a
problem. I
problem.
have crossed over the threshold from ironic love to pure love.
You've crossed fully into the land of bullshit.
I mean, he puts out, like, really high-quality video of every big release, so... And he does it with, like, a quicker turnover rate than most people do.
That's because, have you looked at him? He doesn't have anything else going on.
He's got, like, a girlfriend. He lives in, like, Seattle.
Yeah, but I mean, like... He's one of those like YouTubers that you look and you can see, like, you look at his, like, because you can see his place in the fucking background and you're like, this is why you have really nice video content.
I mean, I get, like, his like, compilations of, like, people trying to figure out how much money he has wasted on video game collectibles. But his, like, new house looks alright. He lives, like, in gated community and stuff.
You guys are all what's making him that money. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Whatever, man. I have ad block. You know what? No, I'm gonna start turning it off.
For him.
I want him to keep making content. I actively want him to continue being a part of the YouTube community.
Shit! I got charge shots now. I hate charge shots.
Being awful at video games.
Except he doesn't think he's awful.
No, he doesn't. If he was more, like, self-assuring, like, it's okay to be bad at video games and still put out video content. You just have to be aware of how bad you are.
Yeah, I'm not very good.
But, like, even, like, I've seen people embrace it. Like, be really happy that they are, like really give the, game kudos for it.
Like, this game's super fucking hard. Good job, game.
Or like, oh man, I'm awful at this game. But he is kind of the opposite in that it's always the game's fault. But he gives, like, really weird reviews of games. Like, he has been, like, actively quit games and then, like, given them really good reviews because he likes them.
He just is fucking shit. And it's the game's fault, but he still likes it.
Yeah, he won't admit that he's bad at it.
Yeah, that's what it is. He won't admit that he's bad at it. It's the game's fault, but...
He's said in the past, like, he's not the best, but he doesn't think he's, like, a poor gamer.
Which he is.
You know, I mean,
really bad. I've seen the videos. He's really or at least, he's really, really fucking bad at fighting games.
Oh yeah, he's real bad at fighting. I mean, to be fair, he kind of has...
Some people are, though. Huh?
Like... his points about netcode and everything are not, like, exclusive to him. There are a lot of people who feel that way about, a lot of fighting game netcode. And he was, like, his origin story of being, like, the best American Super Turbo player is true. When he first started in fighting games, he did win, like, his first tournament. He was, like, 4th. But everyone above him was a Japanese player, so he was the only, like, American to rank in the top 5.
So what happened? He got older and lost all his hand-eye coordination?
His official story is that it was just too expensive, and he couldn't really keep up with it anymore. And he started playing like more video games and recording it, just because like he got like stuck on a game and looked up footage of it, and he was like, "Oh, this is how you do it," but this is really boring. It'd be nice if like the dude made some jokes, I guess. And Darkside Phil is an old school Let's Player. Like he started like 2008, 2009, before the wave of PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Back when it was like it happened, but it happened almost exclusively on Something Awful.
Yeah, I still have footage somewhere on a VHS tape of me playing through Metroid Prime and some other stuff.
Right. I mean, the history of idiots talking about video games is long and
troubling.
Yeah.
I say as an idiot talking over a video game.
Yeah. Just. It's weird because he went from only doing camcorder stuff to doing like 1080p 60 frames a second in like a year.
That's pretty crazy.
Like he is one of the only people who puts out that high of quality video in that quantity.
And often.
He puts out so much fucking content. At one point, he like opened up another channel because his old channel had so many goddamn videos it was impossible to navigate.
Are you kidding
and
me?
it still exists as Darkside Phil Classics.
Classics? That's what it's called? Really?
At some point, he started doing like HD remakes of his old playthroughs, like playing games he had played before, but doing them now, and he's gotten worse.
Are you kidding me?
No, he did like Dead Space, and what's it called? Spider-Man Web of Shadows again, and they're like his first two Let's Plays. And like, there's the dude who does the compilation puts in content from the original, and he's paying attention and he makes like dumb jokes, but he's trying to learn the game and be immersed in it as well as like be funny. Now he has to talk all the time, and he never says anything of substance. Which, you know, you can do one or the other. You can like let the game speak with you, or you can talk and let the game be like a visual stimulant, but you have to say something of substance to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But he's so fucking great.
We should probably stop here, shouldn't we?
God, I wish I could stop, but I can't.
I don't mean about that.
I wish I could stop about everything.
So yeah, so I really fucking like The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and now that I've been playing it so much, we'll probably stream more of it, and just... Probably. We actually, tomorrow, we're starting a new, we're bringing back the podcast, so enjoy this little teaser, and Dylan, you actually could join us, well, no, actually you can't, we're playing Space Engineers tomorrow, but we're gonna start podcasting like this, where we're just gonna talk about stuff, while there's, like, literally, like you were saying, we're gonna have the game as visual stimulant, and just do it at the same time, because why the fuck not?
Yeah. Like, that's what Retsupre does, that's basically what Yahtzee does.
Wait, Yahtzee does something else besides Zero Punk?
He does a thing on his own channel called Let's Drown Out, where he and his friend play a game, and then they just talk about whatever.
Oh, cool.
And they kind of use the game as a basis to like segue into stuff, but they've been like clear that it's mostly just to say whatever they want to talk about. It's pretty entertaining. And Retsupre does a lot of videos where one of them is like playing the game while the other talks. The video podcasts are coming. They're coming in a big way. Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
And it's been a long ass time since you guys did your dumb little podcast that I wrote every week.
Right. It's been so long.
With Metal Gear quotes.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll be back with more stuff tomorrow. Thank you for watching tonight and the archive and stuff. Five Nights at Freddy's fucking terrifying, and Binding of Isaac is amazing.
Yeah. I should play this game.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes.
I figure once I get situated with everything, with my internship and all that, treat myself. This seems like a good game that I could play when I go to the bathroom to cry.
Alright, bye everyone.